Aidan, you were running this debate today, is that
I
right?
was indeed.
And I think the general public weren't really aware of it, though. I mean,
that's a matter for chambers.
There seem to be very few people here, and I think very few people even knew that it was going on.
That's a matter for the chamber.
I think very few people knew, and there were very few here. I mean,
that's a matter for chamber.
It seems very strange, though, to run an election debate like that. It seems extremely unusual, Aidan.
What have you to say about the obscenities put in front of our young people across the country? Sexualisation, obscenity, depravity. I won't say what it is because I wouldn't soil my tongue. It's depravity, Paul. You are in a school down the road. There's a young teacher in prison for up on 2.5 years behind locked in Mountjoy today. Enoch Burke. What have you to say about him?
I have great compassion.
Nonsense. You haven't mentioned his name, Paul.
I have great compassion, and I'm deeply sorry.
You're asking for the electorate to vote
what's
for you.
happening in
We've
relation
not
to
heard
that.
anything. We haven't heard a thing from Aontú. We haven't heard a thing from you.
What have you said about him, Paul? Until we came here today.
He's locked in a cell as we speak.
Has the church agreed to this obscene programme that's right across the country, put in front of young people? Sexualisation of our youth.
Can I just finish the point? Like, I don't know what the church's position is in relation to the SPHE programme. However, I do know that there are concerns. Norma Foley herself and many Fianna Fáil
Quinn Question said it was signed off by the church and all the bodies.
You said they signed off on the programme.
The teachers of Ireland and many SPHE teachers do have concern in relation to
Well, that's a lot of nonsense at this stage.
No, it's not.
That is a lot of nonsense. When you haven't raised this.
Look, I actually have. I have a radio interview now, and I have to go, okay? I'm very sorry about that. Okay.
Shame on Aontú. Shame on Aontú. Supposed to be for the conservative, for people who have religious belief, and not a word out of you.
Yes.
What can we expect for any other
languishing in a prison cell for 480 days.
We're here at the McWilliam Park Hotel in Claremorris, County Mayo, in the west of Ireland, and there was an election debate, or a so-called election debate, here early this morning, chaired by Aidan Crowley, arranged by Castlebar Chamber of Commerce, we're told. Totally secretive, unknown to the general public. We only came across this really by accident almost, and the inside here, Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil and other candidates for the general election having a so-called debate behind closed doors, a ticketed and private event.
Now, we did speak to Paul Lawless as he ran to his car, and Aidan Crowley was the first out. Aidan was the host of this secret debate. The public knew nothing about it, the chair of this debate, but Aidan fled out the building, followed by Paul Lawless. We had a few words with Paul, just asking him, he's a teacher in Ballyhaunis Community School, why he hasn't mentioned the name of Enoch Burke in all this, his campaign or on his leaflets. Not a mention of Enoch Burke, a young school teacher locked in a prison cell this morning, Mountjoy jail, there for almost 2 years on and off, because he will not endorse transgender ideology. And of course, Paul knows all about that. He hasn't mentioned it. He hasn't mentioned the outcry in the country over the obscene SPHE curriculum, now put in front of every young child in this country, anti-Christian obscenities. Paul has nothing to say. I asked him, has he questioned Norma Foley? When she was asked, she said the church, along with all the other bodies, had signed off on this programme. I asked Paul, he's going around to churches, he's asking for the church vote as far as I can see, but he has nothing to say about his obscenity, his abuse of children, this depraved, obscene ideology, transgender, LGBTQ plus transgender, put down the necks of every young child in this country. Nothing to say. What a shame, what a disgrace. The public needs to know. And we're here, we're waiting for almost an hour now. It's nearly 10:30 for Dara Cleary. Dara wouldn't come out of the building. His car circled the building, and we think now that he's gone in
we think now he's gone escaped in a small car, perhaps belonging to the staff in the hotel. We've waited here
Yes.
just simply to ask him a question. His state car has been circling
Yes.
the
Yes.
building for the last hour,
Yes.
and he's afraid to come out to speak to us, and it's shameful.
Because he really couldn't care less.
Yes.
He couldn't care less about a young man, a young teacher of
yes.
excellent standards, locked in a prison cell because he won't endorse transgender, atheistic, anti-Christian ideology. Shame on you,
Yes.
Dara.
So Dara has
Feely.
fled
Shame
from the
on you.
building. He has fled from the town. In case we would ask him a simple question.
What a disgrace.
What a disgrace indeed.
This was completely concealed from the public. None of the politicians in here communicated this debate to the public. No one was aware about it. It wasn't in the local media. It wasn't in the radio stations or the local papers. So very concerning.
Midwest CRC had absolutely nothing to say about it. The public weren't invited.
Completely
so we have a
concealed.
secret breakfast meeting here. What nonsense! A secret breakfast meeting
Very
that
strange.
nobody knows anything about.
Even the representatives and the candidates who attended, none of them communicated that it was happening to the public, including Aontú and the other candidates here. Not a word to the
Supposed
public.
to be the people, the party for the people, and yet this is hidden. It's
Yes.
totally concealed from the public.
Yeah.
This debate held at 8 a.m.
Totally secretive.
Very, very sinister, I have to say. Very, very sinister what's going on.